Yeah, that's right. You see it. Go blue. Fresh off a natty Pizza King podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed. Man, I'm so glad to be back with you again. It's been 2 weeks off. Let's not take 2 weeks off again. I think what I had to realize is, and as we go throughout this year, I need to start banking a little bit of content so that when we get these times where we have to have a break, there's still something that can be put in place. I do like to record every week, but I need to get a little bit further out in front of it so that we always got content and we don't have to wait 2 weeks to get something out there, to get an episode. So with that being said, back at it, first episode of the year. Just excited to be back with you. We got a good one this week. We're talking about why becoming a local favorite is a key, and a couple of tips just to help you become a better part of your community, especially if you're a new guy, you got a new brand, you're trying to get established. We got some tips that'll help you out with that. Pizza of the week, a classic and iconic pie, Q&A, a little bit of a twist with the Q&A this week. I can't wait to get into that one. And then our team building tip, how a quick $4 tool can boost your team's performance almost immediately. You can get a boost from that performance. But first though, I wanted to, and I talked about this yesterday, I wanted to open this package because I got something that I ordered from my guy, Justin, who was Pizza King of Texas over in League City. I hope that's not too loud. Oh. Over in League City, H-Town. Justin took over his pizzeria, I think just a little over a year ago, the beginning of 2023. I love his story. We gotta get Just. You gotta come on, bro. But anyways, he in the shirt game now, man. Come on, pizza that'll make you scream. Quit playing. Yeah, that's dope. So can't wait to rock that one. And I got another one. This one I like a lot. Yeah. The pizza is a killer. So if you're on audio, you don't see this, but got some shirts that were made by Pizza King of League City, Texas. And one of them has got like, what's this guy's name? With the hockey mask, Jason. And then you got the scream mask guy. Oh, that's upside down. The one with the scream, pizza that'll make you scream with the scream killer. Oh yeah. Can't wait to rock those. I'll drop the link so you can go buy you a couple, go support. And if you're ever in that H-Town area, League City, go check them out. They do New York style, similar to what we do. And it looks pretty dope. He's got some super dope videos on TikTok too that had me cracking up. So shout out to you, Justin. Appreciate you getting these out to me, and respect to you and respect to the team over there. So with that being, excuse me. Oh man. But this week we'll get right into it. Pizza of the week this week is the classic, the cheese pizza. And the note that I wrote and on my pizza of the week note was just cheese pizza is king. And I know sometimes folks look at it like that's the plain Jane, where that's keeping it simple. But if we're being honest, that's what the customers are ordering from us. The cheese pizza, that is what the customers are ordering. I did a quick rundown. I was running through the numbers since we just ended the year, and that's what made me, because I had a totally different pizza on my notes, something that we made in store. But I'll talk about that another week. We still got that canned. But I was running through the numbers, just looking at what we were selling and how we performed last year. And we did a little over 25,000 pies. And when I tell you 75, almost 76% of those pizzas were cheese or one topping pizzas, I'm talking about more than the buffalo chicken, the barbecue chicken, the veggie pizza, the Philly cheesesteak pizzas, the works, chicken parm, all these secret menu pies that we do. I'm telling you, cheese pizza kicked that ass. Cheese pizza was the king. Cheese and one topping. 75% of the pizzas that we put out are cheese or one topping pizzas. And that says a lot, because it's easy to get caught up in the hype of the toppings and the drizzles and the crust and all the fancy stuff. But in reality, it's the simple things that are getting us over the hump. It's the simple things that are holding our businesses down. It's the simple products that are really carrying us. And that's what this episode is all about, is not losing sight of those simple, most basic processes and the things that are right in front of us, because those can be the building blocks for our business long term and for the future of our businesses. So we're talking about building a legacy and building a business. We're not popping up for the summer. We're talking about let's become a part of this community and do something that is generational. You know what I mean? At least that's my goal when we talk about doing this. We wanted to build something that we could depend on for a generation or more. So, and that's what this episode is about, is becoming that staple in the community so that you can do that. So cheese pizza, that's our pizza this week. Cheese pizza is the king. Send me your cheese pizzas. I'm gonna throw up a picture of our cheese pizza at West Shore Kingsway, and share yours. Send me your best cheese pizza. Send me your most popular pizza, or if you got a different pizza that's more popular and outsells all the rest, please share that with me and let me know so that we can try to recreate that and make it in our shop, because I love to get inspiration, and that's where a lot of our stuff has come from. When I look at our menu, we got so many pies now, and we love making them, and they're so fun and they're so cool. A great deal of that is inspired by the community, by the pizza community, and by the creators out there, even folks that I don't know that post, and we take that and so you call it stealing if you want, but we try it, and if it's good, shit, we keep it. We'll put it on. We'll figure out a way to put our spin on it. So, thank you for all the creators for letting me borrow that content, because yeah, and even though cheese pizzas have made up a great deal of what we sell, cheese and one topping pizzas, we can see, especially based on when we added some of these items, where the trends are going in, and they are gaining popularity, and they are, starting to sell a little bit more. While they don't make up a huge percentage of our product mix, you can see that there's value in these products. So, appreciation from me to all the creators who put these things out there. And if things that sometimes we have original things that we throw out there, and if someone's inspired by that, you're welcome. You are welcome. My Q&A is oh, I say this in a way that, so that I'm laughing about it, but in all seriousness, why is the pizza business the only business that people shop according to the deals? And maybe this doesn't happen in every shop. Maybe it's just my shop. But why do people call us just to find out what the deal is? Whether they order or not, they call and they want to know what you got, any specials? You got special on pizzas? You got any deals on wings? Like, are you going down the list of places and then you're going to decide where you eat based on the deal? Like, I don't, at least in my experience as a consumer, I don't do that anywhere. I don't roll up to the drive-through at Chick-fil-A just to see what they got on sale. And if I don't feel comfortable with the deal, or if it doesn't fit my budget, then I'm like, nah, never mind. I'll call y'all back. Like, where did that come from? Like, and I get it. Pizza is like the coupon business, right? I remember when I was younger, we used to get like the phone book, and there would be coupons in the back of the phone book, pizza coupons. And my mom or my aunt, we would have pizza on Fridays, would say we'd go clipping those coupons. So like, when did this is the next generation of the coupon era where people are searching for the deals. No one's clipping coupons to bring them in anymore. The expectation is that I'm going to get the best deal when I shop here, but I need to know what the deal is. So we get those phone calls. People like, hey, what y'all got on sale this week? What kind of deal you running? And what I want to know, so 2-part question. When did it start? And also, is this something that is happening for independents? So obviously I'm in a chain situation. We're a small chain, small regional chain here in Tampa. So I feel like we get a little bit of the mom and pop feel too, just based on the style of food that we cook, and because we're a Tampa brand and we still operate mostly generally here in Tampa, it still feels very local. But I know that from my experience with some of the giants, right? There's still the expectation that there's going to be a deal, maybe even more so when you're talking about working for like the Pizza Huts or the Jets or the Domino's of the world. I started at Little Caesars. I spent time with Pizza Hut. The expectation almost 100% of the time is what's the best deal. And I don't know that that's happening for independents. It could be. I don't know. I haven't spent any time other than from a coaching and consulting standpoint on the operational side. Like, I don't know what it's like. I'm not answering the phones for the people that I'm working with. So I'd like to know, because that's interesting to me. To me, that could be where the divide is. And I see a lot of folks that talk about price, and I order from some of these guys, and some of the independents, they can demand a higher price than us, than the chains. Does the customer expect a deal when they call y'all? Or is it just, hey, this is what we got available. I can't wait. Let me get that. What do y'all have? What are you making this week? Because that's pretty cool if you're not getting the deal shoppers calling you. So what we wanted to talk about today was how to become, and why it's important to become that local favorite, especially if you're opening a new shop or you're new to an area. You want to build a business that's long term. Just, hey, I hope you got into this so that you can have some kind of income, or build some sort of retirement, or wealth, whatever your goals are. Your success is probably tied to your longevity in this business, right? Because you're not gonna do the whole thing in a year unless you're just planning to flip them. But you can make some money doing that. But your ability to continue to flip is going to be based on your history. So what happens to the stores after you flip? So that's going to be part of it. So you want to choose the right communities. You want to make sure that you're in a situation where you can become a part of something that is valuable long term. So I say it's important because building a business, growing sales especially, can only happen a couple of ways. You can drive new customers through the door. That's marketing. That's the most expensive way. And add some kind of deal that'll get you one order from a person. Now, getting that person to come back is going to be totally dependent on the product and the experience, right? So that's the second way to build a business, is repeat customers. You need some loyalty in there, right? And the third way is to raise your ticket average or your prices. That happens, usually you're behind the 8 ball on price increases anyways, and you're just raising prices to cover the rising cost of goods. So the number one way for me, when we're talking about building a business and growing sales, is to increase the frequency of which the customers visit you. So if you want to increase frequency, you build loyalty. You build loyalty by becoming part of your community. And when I say your community, it doesn't mean that you're in a neighborhood. It means whatever folks or whatever area you're in, who are the customers that are most likely to frequent your restaurant. You could be downtown. Can you be the best lunch service, the fastest, and you're going to have that line every day? If you're in a neighborhood like me, are you in the schools? Are you in the churches? Are you available? Are you always going to be that go-to spot in your community? So I think it's important to focus and build on growing from your consistency. and growing from your service. And to become part of the community, I think that's going to be one of the key factors, right? How you do that is going to be different in every community, but some things that I would tell you to focus on right from the beginning is to support other businesses in your community. You have to become part of it. So support the schools, support the churches, support the other businesses when they're doing functions, donate some pizza. Pizza is currency. Pizza is more valuable than money. Look, I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was telling her that people will take a free pizza before they take free money. That's for real. Like, you tell somebody, oh, I'll give you a pizza, they'll take that pizza. But if you're walking down the street and you're just trying to hand people, here's $10, they'll look at you like you're crazy. But if you give them a pizza, they're like, oh, thank you. And it's worth more than the $10. So like, use that currency to build the relationships. The best way to make friends is show up with pizza. Everybody wants the pizza guy to bring pizza. So give them what they want. Show up with some pies. Donate some pies to the schools. Donate pies to church functions, business events. Real estate folks are great to get involved with because they always have functions. They always have open houses. They're always trying to find the next customer. Support them. Get them pizzas. Give them a free pizza for all their closings. Every church home that they close on, give them a free pie. Get to know folks in your community so that your business is top of mind as they're thinking through the need, because at some point there's always going to be a need. Pizza is like the original party food, right? Too. So whenever there's going to be a gathering, even if they don't end up with pizza at the function, I promise you that pizza is one of the options, because folks know that you can feed a lot of people and you're going to get a consistent product. So how do you make sure that you're the shop that they're thinking about? That's by being a part of it. You know what I mean? Become a part of your community. If you don't live in the community that you operate in, at least find ways to shop and frequent some of the businesses in your community. Get to know people. Join and participate in local chamber of commerce functions. I can't say this enough. Join the chamber, because that's where people who are looking to do those same types of things are, and they have functions. If you have an active chamber, there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be functions. Get your ass out there and make some friends, shake some hands, donate some pizza. It's a great way to build those relationships and become part of that community. And then my last tip is, when you do donate those pies, that's your opportunity to go above and beyond. Too many times when I was running stores, I would see like the big caterings go out if they got a donation for the school or something like that. So they try to cut the corner. We got, there's a little bit less cheese on those. We got, 20 pies going out. I'm like, look, don't do that. This is your time. This is your time to show up with your best product, because it's not too often that you're going to have your product in front of this many people, unbiased, meaning they didn't pay. This is your time to shine. Give them your best product. Go do extra. Throw some garlic knots in there. Throw a dessert in there. This is your time to do more, because this is your time to gain favor with folks who didn't even spend money with you. So then, and make sure you set it up too. Put your QR code at the end of the table that you cater from or something like that. But show up to these catering events and these functions and these donations and whatever you're doing. Show up at your best, because that's going to be your chance to gain people who didn't even know who you were. There's not too many times you're going to get your product in front of, if they're feeding 100 people, how many times you'll have your product in front of 100 people who don't know who you are? Show out. That's your time to show out. Like, put your best pies out there and make sure they got a way to get with you. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But I'm gonna get off my rant on that. But seriously though, get out and become part of your community, because people will think of you when they need you because of what you do. There aren't too many places that I go where I don't show up with some pies. People know that if they need pizzas, they can call me. And if you're going to if I'm going to a function, I'm at least going to ask whoever's putting it together or whoever invited me if they need something from me. Hey, y'all need any pies? You need anything? Because that's my business card. Now, when these folks that were there and they have birthday parties for their kids, who they call? They got a Super Bowl party, who they call? They call me because I showed up with some pies at the function that I met you at. So now it just continues to work that way. All right, lastly, we're going to talk to team building. You know, every week we're going to do a team building tip. And this week I'm going to tell you how you can spend $4 and get immediate impact on your team's performance. And that is one of my favorite tools, the personality test. But anything like that, personality tests, DISC assessments, personality assessments, strength finders, using tools like this encourages performance and increased or improved performance because it helps people look at themselves. This is without you even doing anything. I suggest you have some action behind using one of these in this thing. And that's why I said $4. This is $3.95. I get them at Barnes & Noble. It's $3.95. It's a little handwritten test, real easy to do at a meeting or something like that, or ahead of a one-on-one. You can go, you can step it up and get Clifton strengths, but I'm just telling you, do something like that. There's even free assessments. If you took my email course, then you already know how to get the free assessment because I send it to you on day one. You didn't do it? Come on, man. Take the free 21-day course. I got you. But there's even free assessments out there that will help you push your team to perform at its best. But like I said before, I love it because this is one of those easy tools because it helps people, especially if you're going to do this for a leadership team. It helps people first look at themselves. And that's the same reason why if you're in corporate America and you got annual assessment coming up, they always give you the self-evaluation because the self-eval is always going to be harder than the real eval. If you're a high performer, you're going to push yourself harder than anybody else is going to push you. So you start to give people these ways to look at self with things like strength finder or personality tests or DISC assessment from 1, 2, 3 tests, or I think it's 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. You got the link, day 1, 21-day assessment. Those tools help people look internally. And when people are looking at their own performance, that's when they start to look at how they can improve performance without even being asked, without even being told. And then you plus that shit up by having an action plan behind it. When you say, all right, well, you took the test. Now let's take a look at your insights from a personal standpoint. Like, how can I help you maximize your potential based on these results? That's next level shit right there. That's next level. So that's my tip, $4. Go get a little book, give it to your GM, and then schedule a conversation, a week later, and see how the thought processes start to change. And then make sure you build in some follow up and some follow through and some action items and see how the next quarter changes for you. But that's all I got for you. Another good episode, Pizza King Podcast. Look, man, cheese pizza is king. That's what we talked about today. Let me know about your numbers. Did you sell more cheese pizza than any other pizza last year, 2023? I really want to know about this coupon game, My Independence. Tap in with me. Are y'all getting the coupon shoppers calling your shops? Because they're calling me. Go out and become part of your community. That's going to be the key to building some long-term business out here. And then invest in your team. Spend the $4. Let's go. Don't forget, the 21-day course is always free. You can get the email course. You can send me a DM. I'll send it to you. You can opt in on the website, tyroreed.com. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all the great places. We got new episodes every Friday. It's a King Podcast. Holla at you. Peace.